Good morning. I'm Parampreet Singh. Welcome to the Meditation Questions podcast, part of the Immersion Meditation Network. Meditation without gods, reincarnation, afterlife, or the supernatural. If you'd like to support us, please visit meditationquestions.com. Today's question: how long should I meditate? You should meditate 25 hours a day, if possible. Now, if it's not possible for you to meditate 25 hours a day, then I recommend you meditate for as long as you can, as your schedule allows. The best way to think about this question of how long should I meditate is to also ask the question, what am I trying to do with my meditation? Do I want to just dip my toe into it to see if I like it? Am I trying to achieve some health benefits with it? Do I want to use it to develop mental coping strategies? Maybe I'm trying to establish an ongoing practice. Or maybe you are that unique person who is trying to become a monk, isolate yourself from society, shun worldly existence, and wait it out until the human race destroys itself. If this last one is the case, then you just do you and meditate any which way for however long you like. But let's say that's not you. Let's say you're trying to dip your toe into meditation to see if you like it. In that case, I would start with a few minutes a day, and I would use guided meditations because they're usually the easiest to practice with in the beginning stages. And there's lots and lots of apps as well that can help you out. Let's say you want to gain some health benefits from meditation. If that's you, then I would recommend 15 to 20 minutes a day at a minimum to really get some beneficial effects. The same's true if you're trying to develop mental coping strategies. 15 to 20 minutes a day is a really good amount of meditation to make sure you're doing those things that can have effects when you're not meditating. Because if you want mental coping strategies, it's usually not because you want them during the meditation. It's because you want them when you're away from the meditation cushion. What if you're trying to establish an ongoing practice? Well, in that situation, I think we're starting at around 35 minutes and upwards from there. But generally between 35 to 45 minutes twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. I like to compare meditation to other professionals like athletes or musicians. Take musicians, for instance. You can be a musician as a hobby, you can have it as your passion, or you can have it as your profession. And depending on what your aim is with music, you would practice for different amounts during the day. For instance, professional singers and musicians practice for hours a day to keep up their skills. I have friends who love going to karaoke, and they'll start singing along to a song playing on the radio at the drop of a beat. But they don't consciously take any scheduled time out of the day to practice singing. They just sing organically with the rhythm of their life to make sure they still got it when they grab that mic in a karaoke bar in front of tens of distracted listeners. But their objective is not to become a professional singer. They're just trying to have fun singing. So that's legitimate. Similarly with meditation, you can make it a lifestyle wherever you can find a few minutes here or there. Usually AM radio doesn't suddenly break into 5 minutes of meditative silence, so that might not be the best source. But when you have a quiet moment, you're going to go for a walk, or you just find yourself in between tasks. You might be in the kitchen or in your family room. You can just take a few minutes to take a few breaths, relax yourself, take a look at what's happening with your body, take a look at what's happening with your mind, take a look at what's happening with your breath. All those little things help in the long run. Meditative acts done regularly do have an effect in the long run. For me, my meditation doesn't really get going until the 25 to 35 minute mark, and I've been meditating for decades. So I know I have to push through that mark to get to where I want to get to. It would be like, a marathon runner who knows that it's usually much, much further along into the run, maybe the 10-mile mark, 15-mile mark, 25-mile mark, that they really start to feel it. Of course, in the big picture, it's better we meditate every day rather than how long we meditate at any particular sitting. So if your schedule or situation only allows a few minutes a day, then do that, and then build up to longer meditations as your aims for meditation change. Another thing to keep in mind is that it's more important the attitude and energy we bring to meditation than the type of meditation or length of meditation. If we see meditation as a chore, we're not going to do it. We're not going to like it. We're not going to be drawn to it. We're not going to suddenly break out into meditation in those moments of spaces of tasks during our everyday life. But if we see meditation as a joy, an opportunity to be grateful for, as an activity that will benefit us when we hit the karaoke stage of life, which is the times of emotional difficulty, not for karaoke, for meditation. The times of emotional difficulty in life, that's when we need meditation. And if we feel like meditation is going to be there for us, when those times come up, we're more likely to do it. And we're more likely to naturally find the length of meditation that works for us if we're bringing a sense of joy and gratitude to it. I'll leave you with a story that's been attributed to many saints and gurus who were expert meditators. And when asked, "Master, why do you meditate for so many hours?" they replied, "Because I have so much to do during the day. I would never get through it if I didn't have the foundation of meditation." I like this sentiment a lot. I don't know how true or accurate it is in terms of referencing it as a story, but I like the sentiment. First of all, most saints and gurus don't have a lot of tasks they need to do during the day. They get their disciples to do them. Most of the tasks for spiritual teachers is talking to and guiding their students, which is, admittedly, important and at times difficult emotional work. It's important, difficult emotional work. But it's not like they're making breakfast, taking the kids to school, going to work, coming home, doing housework, taking care of parents, and on and on and on and on. It's not that kind of taskiness of life. But this taskiness of life is what we all have to do. And it's easy to push healthy habits off to the side for another time. It's easy to think, oh, I'll do that when there's more time in my day. And there is some validity to that. I mean, we do have busy lives and we can't take time out. But there's also validity to the idea that maybe taking care of ourselves, be that eating healthy, exercising regularly, meditating regularly, those tasks can make everything else better and less stressful and less difficult. So to answer the question, how long should you meditate at a particular sitting? You should meditate as long as it takes to get the benefits you want. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to support Meditation Questions, visit meditationquestions.com.